Welcome, fantabulous souls, to Psychically Speaking. I'm Psychic Lisa Ann, your host on this transformative journey of body, mind, and spirit. Join me, a psychic medium and healer, as we explore the wonders of life, share experiences, and grow together. Whether you're new to spirituality, an old soul, an empath, or a seasoned professional, this podcast has something special just for you. So let's dive in and embark on a journey of learning, healing, and personal growth together. Today, I am going to share something that is going to completely change your life. Are you ready? Now, I know you hear this all the time. Whether you're reading a book, listening to a podcast, attending a class or an event, everybody promises you that they are going to change your life. But I'm telling you, this one little concept that we're going to talk about today, if you make a commitment to yourself to put this into practice each and every day, it is guaranteed to change your experiences. What's that one little thing? It's the ability to embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is often seen as a very desirable trait, but honestly, it can be detrimental to our well-being and our personal growth. In fact, perfectionism, as you know, involves setting these excessively high standards for oneself and this constant need to achieve flawlessness. And it's not just about striving for excellence, but often it involves these unrealistic expectations and really harsh self-criticism. Perfectionism can stem from various sources such as societal pressure, upbringing, or past experiences of failure. And it's really important to understand where our perfectionistic tendencies come from because this can help us to address them more effectively. Perfectionism can lead to anxiety, stress, and procrastination. That fear of making mistakes or falling short of expectations can become paralyzing and really prevent us from taking risks and pursuing our goals. It's really important to look at the beauty in imperfection. Imperfections are what makes us human and relatable. Just as a cracked pottery piece can be seen as more beautiful because of its flaws, our own imperfections add depth and character to who we are. It's funny, I was reading about a study that had been done recently where they took this beautiful model and they had her do a demo. And when they asked the people, the audience that was watching this demo, they got, maybe 80% said she did a great job. Well, then they had the same model do the exact same demo again, but this time she intentionally knocked something over. And when they polled that group of people, everyone said she did a fabulous job. She actually got a better response and a better rating with her demo when she made the mistake. And I think that says so much because it helps people to relate to us when we're being real, right? Because we all know nobody is perfect. Perfection does not exist. So let's look at some examples of beauty in imperfection. Whether it's art or nature or everyday life, where that perfection is celebrated. For instance, think about a sunset that might not be perfectly symmetrical, but its beauty lies in its uniqueness and its unpredictability. And instead of being overly critical of ourselves for our imperfections, what would our lives be like if we practiced self-compassion and we treated ourselves with kindness and understanding? What if we embraced the growth over perfection? What if we shifted our focus from that perfection to that growth, so that rather than striving for perfection, we focused on the journey of the growth and of the improvement? What if we understood that progress is more important than perfection, and each step forward, no matter how small, it is a success? And what if we acknowledged and celebrated our achievements, no matter how minor they may seem? And what if we recognized that improvement is a gradual process and that every effort along the way counts? And what if we weren't afraid to try new things and step outside of our comfort zone? What if we embraced the possibility of failure as a natural part of the learning process? And instead, we looked at failure as an opportunity for growth. Part of overcoming this need to be perfect involves overcoming that fear of judgment. Many perfectionists are driven by a fear of being judged or criticized by others. And it's so essential to recognize that judgment is inevitable, but it doesn't define our worth or value as individuals. I say all the time, with the work that I do as a psychic, I will have one person walk up to me and tell me how I am doing the work of the devil. And 5 seconds later, I will have somebody else come up to me and tell me how wonderful I am for dedicating my life to helping people. And whenever I have those experiences, I have to laugh to myself because it always fascinates me how I am the same exact person, but yet two people can have a totally different understanding of who I am, what I'm about, and what I do. So every now and again, even I have to remind myself that I can't allow other people to define my worth or my value. That's for me to do. Now, when you're trying to manage the fear of judgment, practicing that mindfulness to stay present and focused, reframing those negative thoughts that it's so easy to feed into more positive ones. Remembering to seek that support from family and friends, the people that really know you best. Remember, don't give away your value. Do not let other people define your worth. And don't forget about the importance of self-validation. So instead of seeking validation from others, learn to validate yourself and your accomplishments. Remember, your worth isn't defined by external opinions, but by your own self-perception and acceptance. Now, I really want to encourage you to choose a task or a project that you've been avoiding due to the fear of imperfection. Maybe you've always wanted to paint something, but you're afraid that you're not going to be any good at it. Or you wanted to take a pottery class. Or you wanted to start running and enter a 5K run, but you're afraid that you're not going to be successful at it, that you're not going to be perfect. I really want to encourage you to overcome those fears and just take that tiny step forward. In fact, I'm going to challenge you this week to set a timer for a short period of time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And I want you to dedicate that time to working on that thing that you have not done out of fear. So maybe it's taking 5 or 10 minutes to go online and order some paintbrushes and some canvases. Or maybe it's signing up for a pottery class. Or maybe it's reaching out to a friend who's a runner and asking them how they got started. But I want you to take on this task without the worry about achieving perfection. And when that 5 or 10 minutes is up, I really want you to connect with how it felt to just in that moment have let go of that perfection, that need for perfection, and instead how you just use that energy to work through that exercise. So as we think about embracing imperfection, I want you to, once again, think about embracing this imperfection by focusing on growth and overcoming the fear of judgment. I really want to encourage you to practice self-compassion and embracing that imperfection in your lives, knowing that is a journey worth pursuing for your own personal growth and well-being. And I want you to remember that you are worthy and deserving of love and compassion, regardless of your imperfections. So I hope you'll join me in embracing imperfection and letting go of the need to be perfect. So if you've enjoyed today's podcast, share it with a friend who may also need that little push to let go of being perfect and be given permission to embrace their imperfection. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed the podcast, please share it with a friend and hit subscribe. For more about my free live weekly happy hour via Zoom, my work, or visiting my Body, Mind, Spirit spa and gift shop in historic downtown Southern Pines, North Carolina, visit spiritquestnc.com. Remember, life isn't always rainbows and butterflies, but each and every day you have the power to be fantabulous. Embrace that power. Let your inner light shine. Until next time, stay empowered and keep embracing life's magic.